Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Tell Me Why. We're going to be... Oh, nope. Jumping back in from where we left off last night. I'm hoping we can get to the end of the game tonight. Hopefully before it gets past my bedtime. So now it seems that we're trying to figure out who our father is. It's a missing piece of the story that we don't know. So yeah, I've missed 1, 2, 3. Missed 3 collectibles so far that I'm aware of. That there's 2 more at the bottom there that I don't know if I've missed or if I just haven't found them yet. So we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. I think she wanted to go down to the dock, right? Where did she go? I think that's what she said. I don't see her. Is it? Am I wrong? Maybe she went into the shed? She was right in front of us a minute ago and then she just disappeared.
You want to take another look at
is.
the picture? It might help.
Oh, right, we're trying to figure out where the trapdoor is. Right. Okay. So it should be like there.
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
It's probably just storage. We're gonna find like 13 years of National Geographic or something.
So why would she keep it a secret then?
I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me. No lever. Man, this place is a mess.
If there was ever a time to find a magic portal.
Okay, I'm assuming we need something to...
Need to see the picture again?
No, we need to figure out how to pull that down. Oh, what's that?
Just a regular old light switch.
Okay.
Nothing here. For a second, I thought there might be another secret stash down here, but just a loose plank. The handle should be behind this.
Should it? How do you know that?
Ah, there it is.
how... Was that in the picture?
It's
Maybe
opening
that was
up.
in the picture and I
Secret Keeper always
just
did store all
didn't
the best secrets
see
in the
it.
clouds.
Yep. Come on.
Well, that's way too high to jump. You want to give me a leg up?
I'm so not touching your nasty shoes. We'll find a ladder.
Oh, I know where the ladder is. As long as you don't go putting it in your pocket. Okay, good. Oh. Wait, we've seen this in a flashback or in one of their stories? Or something?
Can you see anything?
Nope. Nada.
A lot of glow in the dark stuff going on up here.
Here, found a switch.
What the heck?
Holy shit.
It's like a giant. It's like
Well,
the
that
inside of
shaved
this
a few
the
years
book.
off my life.
Yeah, it's like the inside of the book.
Whoa.
It's
Her story.
look.
Ah,
She left us something.
great! Another puzzle. I like puzzles.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well,
Absolutely.
you want to do this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
Okay. Can I move? There we go.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Okay, it says once upon a time there was a young princess who felt hopeless. Okay. What did you say it was?
Figured anything out yet?
I don't know what she said when the princess something something. Is it this one? Oh, hang on, it might be. Looks like that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Spot the differences.
Oh, okay, well the building is
Moves.
different.
Oh. Some of these parts are buttons. Maybe not.
What?
Is there an extra star here? Or am I just imagining that?
Oh, I see. I think.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference.
Okay, so we're looking for differences. Is there a star there? There is, so get rid of that.
It's
His
just
mouth
a
is
random
not
star.
a difference.
No special meaning.
Tree is the same. Kid is
The
different.
princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady, the Mad Hunter, still has two hands here?
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories. Huh. No goblins.
Ah,
Yeah. In
I did
the
it.
original.
That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
I'm a genius.
Pictures, letters,
Okay, let's look.
an artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
Kind of weird to say that about
Did
your
you
mom.
know she studied engineering?
No.
Hmm.
It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit, but it's not you, it's me. Like, it's not you, it's me, but it's the truth. It's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent.
Could
That's
this guy been any more cryptic?
sad.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
My birdie Polly, I'll miss you forever. Okay, now.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
A good one,
Good
by the
one,
looks of it.
too.
Yeah.
God, that's so not her.
Hmm. Mother dearest forcing her
The gold
ways.
lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow
Yes.
up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
We gotta collect the book.
Tyler, see that little light?
Hold on.
I think we need to...
Ah, fuck, I missed one. Again.
The Gold Lady is the wise princess's cruel mother, who sent the Mad Hunter to drive the girl back to the palace.
Okay, so it is
Solve
her
this one next.
mom. My chat keeps disconnecting for some reason. Hold on. Which one next? Wait. Okay, what's this one say?
There's the Gold Lady
The cruel
again.
parents kept her locked away in their
She's
rusty
all over
musty
the board.
palace.
There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Again, I don't know what she said. Am I supposed to look at the book again? Seems like...
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
Okay.
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them
Yeah.
free.
Well, I think maybe... Did she say she had a dog? Okay, this has to be...
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was...
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the Gold Lady.
Okay, which one would be the environmentalist? I guess it was him.
What's the gold lady doing?
Whispering something into someone's ear behind the princess's back?
Yep. So I picked that one because I think that that's engineering. I'm not sure about this top one.
Figured anything out yet?
I'm trying.
Nah, still thinking.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's ballet because she was forcing her to do ballet. And that's the artsy type because that was what they said when they seen the picture of her. Ah, it was a
Is
bird.
that it?
It's opening.
Oh, right, I didn't realize, but there is letters on the inside of
What's
these
in there this time?
doors. Oh, we're picking it up.
Her father.
Nice handwriting. 5th of the 17th, 1996. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adie brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Laconnor. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. I haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock, after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you'll begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad. Damn.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Oh yeah, I just realized.
Before us. Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
I hope they're gonna let
Fine.
me look at the other
Let's
stuff.
keep
in that.
digging.
Can I look at the other stuff? Okay, good. Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island. Oh,
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With,
from
you
the
know,
good people of
other
Salmonberry
people.
Park, Kodiak
The
Island.
weirdest part is how
1992.
they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head to which you're blind. We miss you already. Sorry we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also your wild edible picking skills. Bon voyage. Marianne, you have the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings. Thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. I like your pictures. Okay. 1992, so that was the same year.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
T stands for time clock repair. Pay period begin, so 4 months. And then here's my Delos Crossing pal's number. I let him know you were interested in the house he's selling Tammy.
Oh, so that's how she found the house.
And then
Is that
Yes.
Carol?
Yeah, and Sam.
Sam.
Look at him. He's so young and happy.
The house. Okay. What's next? This one?
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed...
What's this?
Some sort of map?
Mm-hmm. One day she took her tiara and ran away to the forest.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
So wait, do I have to select them in order? So she started
That's the
here.
Gold Lady's castle.
She ran away.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very...
What's that plant thing
I'm
on
just-
top?
Oh, some sort of clock. This is the princess's... It seems like it's
Damn.
not doing anything.
Okay, so maybe,
Maybe
it's
it's broken?
this to this.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey,
Okay, so-
that degree in...
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are... This looks like a dinner party with the old bear, some sort of clock.
I don't know why they have to talk every
This
time
is
I
the
click on them.
princess, damn it. Why is nothing happening?
Maybe actually it's
That's
castle,
the Gold Lady's castle. This looks like a
forest,
dinner party with the old bear, some
clock.
sort of clock.
What's that
Because the
plant
working
thing
in the
on top?
in the watch
Oh,
place
those are
and
definitely salmon. This is the
Salmonberry were the
princesses.
same
Come
year.
on.
God damn. Do I have to use all the roads? Hardly. Hmm. I'm assuming that, like,
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
yeah.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are some sort of clock. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the bear. This is the princesses. Come on.
Okay, what am I doing wrong? Because, like, she left home. Which we know that this is home.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey,
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear, some sort of
I
clock.
don't remember which ways I've tried it.
This is the princesses. Come on.
um. Do I just have to connect
That's
them
the
all to the
Gold
middle?
Lady's castle. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear.
what's that plant thing on top?
Oh, some sort of clock.
Yeah, because it goes from one to the next.
This is the princesses. Come on.
You guys gonna give me any clues or anything?
You need help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas?
Oh, I have to answer myself. That doesn't help.
I'm trying to make sense of the castle in the bottom left corner.
Well, it's like we were saying. The Gold Lady lived in one, so it probably represents Marianne's childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
You need help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas? What's up with the salmonberry flowers?
I think those probably represent the commune she stayed at after she moved out.
Yeah. I've already figured that out. Okay, let's talk to you first.
You need help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas?
The clock.
A clock. What do you think this is about?
She had that watchmaking job in Juneau, right? So that was probably right before she moved to Delos.
Yeah. And then the
You
dinner
need
party.
help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas?
Why aren't you giving me the dinner party option?
That's our house in the top right corner, isn't it?
Yeah. Hold on. When did she buy the house again? Why don't we go back and check the dates?
That's a good point, actually. The dinner party in the forest might be the last thing. I think it was 92?
Wow. She
Yeah.
worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
92.
No wonder she was so handy.
So maybe it's... Let's just see if we can ask
You
her
need
about
help?
the dinner party.
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas? What's the deal with this picture of the princess eating dinner with her animal buddies?
Well, the beaver is Eddie's mother and the bear is Sam.
Oh,
And
of
we know
course,
she
so
met
that's
Sam
last.
and Carol after she moved to Delos. So
That's
Okay,
the Gold
yeah,
Lady's
that's where I was
castle.
fucking up.
what's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those some sort of clock? This is the princess's house.
The middle is
This
where
looks
it
like
ends.
a dinner party with the
Yeah.
old bear and the very old
I
beaver.
was doing it wrong.
Yes.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess is lost. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods into that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin, but through it all she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where the sun would catch its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing it every surface so it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it on its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon his pillow and gave it a quick kiss and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it, the window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix it and to polish it, it was gone beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose she looked outside and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of the dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman alone in the deep and ancient woods. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. Damn.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God. It makes sense now.
Yeah. She got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind.
Okay, so the tiara is
Built
a
a whole
metaphor
new
for the
life
baby.
for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Well, I'm about to find out.
Okay, so how do we open it?
Okay, O, L, E.
Here,
Sit down.
the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds.
Oh,
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle.
shit, I don't have them all though.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes
God damn it, so I
in the
needed them
forest,
all for things.
obviously. Back in your pond, Big Frog.
I'm missing the bear.
There you go, Stalwart Moose.
Son of a bitch. Dude, you're in the way. Yeah, I only have 3
Crafty
over
goblins
here.
go here. That's the Pious Pelican spot. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
So I'm missing 4 altogether? Is that right? Yeah.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know. We'll get to those later. Let's finish this
Okay,
one,
okay.
okay?
Alright, should be easy enough.
Oh no! It keeps swapping back and over between them. God damn it. I have to go all the way around. No, stay on the middle one. That's not right. Those are the I assume they would be in the order of how we opened it.
Alright, should be easy enough.
Wait, do the colors matter? Oh, I see. Okay, so the O is yellow, the L is red, and the E is orange. Okay.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
I'm so done with her riddles.
And then this is Leo. Is the kid's name,
Yes.
of course. Is it gonna be like little baby things? What the hell?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
It says Allison and
Ollie.
Ollie.
She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write stories to
I was your
understand
son.
and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Something under it. Oh.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Hmm. Is he
Why
buried
didn't
under
she
the
tell us
tree?
about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why.
I bet he's buried under the tree.
Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We
There was
did.
a letter for you in there.
It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What else is in the box?
Come on. Let's go to the dock.
I want to see what
It's
else
time
is
to
in the
finish
box.
this.
Oh, turn around. There's something else in here.
A
Baby blanket.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Oh, I wonder if there's more figurines hidden in these. I'm missing 4. That would add up and make me feel
Very
better.
old Beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Okay, storm. The beaver fixes the house. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first two things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, for though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want to help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up on his hind legs, and being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bent in the other direction. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then of the very old beaver who kept an excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the industrious animal hard at work slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the wooden house and nodded. "It will be an easy fix," she said, and she set about righting the post with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. "The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home." "Think nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to work on her own den once again. That winter the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. Oh, so the old beaver is Carla? Eddie's mom, I'm assuming? She was not able to fix her den nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stews of corn and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favorite aspen. One day the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it, and though she was not talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I'm happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam, and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered within the underbrush. "Oh," said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. "Goodbye, my friend." And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness. Okay, so it's this?
She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the roof shingles.
All she did was fix the...
She fixed the planks that were
There we go.
right.
Oh.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
I was hoping that it was going to give me a collectible. Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has his family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Oh, Carol. Okay. Jesus, she's already moved on.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course, the goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Okay, is it the pelican forgives the goblins? Or is that the one? Yeah, picture's the same. I'm gonna run out of breath from reading all these stories. The pelican forgives the goblins. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able, but it was never quite enough. This left the goblins hungry, very hungry, always hungry. One day as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink shell scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. Do you think she would mind if we just took a little? Asked one goblin to the other. Her beak never empties, she won't possibly miss a couple of crabs, said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over and filched some crabs and ran. The goblins scarfed the crabs, but when they finished they found that they were still hungry. She won't miss a handful of shrimp, said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the shrimp, but when they finished they found that they were still hungry. Maybe a few more scallops, said the goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the scallops, but when they were finished they found that they were still hungry. So they went back for clams, and then urchins, and finally even the sea cucumber. Finally they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then the pelican woke up. What happened to my food? She asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. Goblins, said the pious pelican, I will share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid. But we have nothing to give, said the goblins. You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts, said the pelican. The crafty goblins realized how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day they looked for ways to help the other creatures of the forest. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Next they helped the old bear who could not get the honey out of a narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of the tree with the hive and then dropped it, cracking it open. Finally they found the princess crying over a loss she would not speak about, so they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better. When they were done, they returned to the pious pelican. Did it feel good being as generous as I am? Said the pelican. It did, said the goblins. I'm glad, said the pelican. We all have problems that we can't solve on our own, but if everyone agrees goes about with generosity in their hearts, then there's always someone on hand to help. But we all must commit to do so, or there may be no one there to help you when you need it. This made sense to the goblins, and they thanked the pious pelican for her food and the lesson. Of course, by this time they were hungry again, and that remained an ongoing problem until the day the stalwart moose taught them to fish. But that is another story, and that is how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins and how she taught them charity. Right. Beehive.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
Hug.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
Scratch.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Dallas Crossing locals. We specialize in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and crafts scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store co-owner Tessa Vecchi, and up-and-coming artist Marianne Ronan. The business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan, what do you think? Huh. Again, she's already moved on to the next one without me. Kinda rude.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story.
Okay. Bear's gifts. This one. Oh my god, why are they all 4 pages long? I need some water. Once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again and he lumbered. Oh wait, we've read this before, so I'll just skirt through. Okay,
What did he give her again?
So,
Why don't we open up the book and check?
did he give her anything? Okay. A fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. Well, I don't know what any of these things are.
Some roses, maybe?
No.
Maybe not. Huh. Fresh caught salmon?
Yes.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yes. What was the other thing? Berries. Is this berries?
Some
No,
honey?
that's honey.
Wait. A handful of ripe
There you go.
berries? Nice. Man,
Why did she hide
he
all
had
of
it
these
bad.
things?
Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You're strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message and I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't seem to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam is very sweet.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from the princess and the two thieves.
Okay, Princess and the Two Thieves. It's this one? I don't think I've read this one. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she needed. And for a long time, life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well. Spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house something disappeared in another room. That can't be the birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found, nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing, night after night. I'll make a cake from the princess, a big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried because that cake was the last of her food, until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet. Okay, so
I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake. which is arguably the best. What if they took some spoons?
They did.
Some flour for the cake, maybe?
No, they didn't take that.
Wait. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? Did they steal candy? I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Maybe not.
There we go.
That's it.
Oh, it's a
I
drawing.
always wondered where that drawing
You're
went.
the best mom in
She
the
said
world.
it was her favorite,
The
and
prettiest
then
princess.
one day it just disappeared.
Okay. I think that's everything up here. Right?
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Have we?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
Oh, right. I didn't look
I
at that.
wish you just explained all this to us.
I mean, there is figurines missing, but they're missing because I don't have them, so I think we're good to go.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I'm pretty sure.
Either way,
I don't know if I'll be
I'm
able
ready for
to
this
come
be
back in,
over.
find the collectibles, and put them in, but be interested to do that, depending on how long this goes on for. Okay. Now we're going to the dock. Guess we're gonna try and remember once and for all.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night.
I'm right behind you, sister.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Yes, let's. I am very, very interested. Twin powers activate. Uh-huh. What are we looking at? Who are we looking
Almost.
at? Okay. It's Tom?
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Excuse
Of
me?
course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and
Oh
Tom?
my god.
I know.
And he was being such an asshole.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
Bitch. Get your ass out here. I really didn't see that coming when they showed the mouth from halfway up with the beard, and I was like, we haven't seen anybody like that. And then when it went up and you see the like face, I was like, no way. It didn't sound like him. He's always being so weird around them as well. And like threatening to like take them away from her. It's messed
Let
up.
me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long
Also,
as we get
nobody
answers.
knows he was here the night that she was killed. He's the reason she had the gun. Get out of the car. He better not have a weapon. But I have a bad feeling about this.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone.
don't have any
You would have starved out here
other
if not
kids?
for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I
You're
was
a
terrified that this
grown-ass
whole
man.
thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
He's just worried about the election, guarantee you.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This would kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come
True
on.
that.
You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
That was convenient for you, huh? You preyed on her because she was vulnerable. And you knew you could always blame it on crazy Marianne Ronan if you got caught.
It was nothing like that. Nothing at all. Your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I never told anyone how Marianne really died.
So he was just lurking in the shadows.
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
So he's who they saw when they thought they saw, like, the mad... What do they call him? Mad Hunter.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
I hope they show more of her, like, dialogue with herself because I really want to figure out like what she was thinking. Yeah.
Mad Hunter.
He saw the whole thing happen. He didn't do anything. He could have at least saved her from drowning, because that's what, like I said, that's how she died.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, she wasn't aiming the gun at them at all. She was just holding it. Fucking coward. So she said, I'm not gonna hurt you.
No! No way! You're a fucking liar!
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her!
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but clear, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
Actually, I
And
already
Michael?
told my uncle.
Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Punch him.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
You're only
Leave us the fuck
worried
alone
about yourself.
and never come back!
Now, you gonna tell Tyler that you told Eddie? 'Cause I feel like that's some important information. Oh, we're back on the dock. I've just put my controller down completely because I haven't had to do anything. Just been watching this soap opera.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
Am I gonna have to decide whether
What
I
if
tell
he's
him or
right?
not? Probably.
I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details.
That's true.
This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
She's remembering. Because in Tom's memory, she said, I'm not gonna hurt you. She just happened to be holding the gun and her kid came in and then she saw that they were afraid, so she didn't even think, I'm gonna put the gun down before I go after my child. But did Allison hear that part, or did she, like, we don't know if she did or not. We're about to find out, I guess. See, she's holding the gun in one hand. She's not aiming it at all. Yeah, that's not how it happened.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words. With the same gun, on the same pier.
That's true.
The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck.
I mean,
I
it was
don't know.
a very stressful situation, so it's only normal if you don't remember the details
And we're never gonna know the truth.
correctly.
Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Truly. From the very beginning.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, please. No, don't do this.
Allison, this isn't what.
She was obviously trying to say this isn't what it looks like.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us.
Yeah, she
It was
left.
her way of explaining what she was going through.
Yeah, especially with the note and the pictures
I
of
made
the
a horrible
brother.
mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Do I even need my controller anymore? I haven't had to do anything like a half an hour.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
If it was open the whole time, then probably gone bad.
Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
Girl, you
We were
need
kids.
therapy.
We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
True.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
I think they're probably gonna keep
The
the
Mad
house.
Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him. Because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do
the
you
day
think?
he would emerge.
Brothers and
To
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Mhm. I like that. That was nice. But girl, you still need some therapy. Okay, at the end, you're going to see them moving on with their lives. Six months later. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can firmly just put the controller down. Cut his hair. Isn't that Allison's old car?
One last look. I'm good to go.
It's all overgrown and shit, so it doesn't look like they... Maybe it is for sale and they just haven't sold it.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week, and after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
Thank God she's in
That sounds
therapy.
awesome.
Good lord. Heard about Tom? What about Tom?
How are you?
Good,
Oh, wait,
actually.
that's not...
Really good.
Fuck.
You?
Same. You
I
know,
pressed the wrong button. Now we have to
emptying
listen
the
to the
house really
same...
cleared my head out.
I wish
for
that when
doing
you
that.
picked something, it
The
disappeared from the
observatory really
menu, so
needed me
like,
this week, and
you know, it's like,
after
oh, I asked
everything
that already, so now it's
happened,
gone.
I just felt like I needed to keep
And
some
I
miles
can't.
between me and Delos Crossing.
I can't
No
make
worries.
it go any faster, so I'm just
You
going to
still
talk over
loving your
them until we
therapist?
get to the
Gail, yes.
options again.
I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
There we go.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Good.
Yes, I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally
Oh,
left
thank
his
God.
ass. Karma's a bitch.
For sure. Right, gotta go. I got
Okay,
things I
I'm
can
gonna
look
hang
at
up
here.
See you tonight.
Okay. I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Allison Mobile. What is this?
It's too bad Tessa closed her cafe. That
Oh.
other place just doesn't quite hit the spot. I should have probably run these by his place. Or just drop them off at Bernie's. Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Okay, Thomas Becky loses mayoral election against current Mayor Leslie Shaw. Mayor Leslie Shaw declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger Thomas Becky, with almost 68% of the vote. Sco's triumph was the wildest margin of victory in Delos Crossing history. Her rival local business owner Becky sparked much debate in the community over its gun control policies, but Sco's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. Many in the community say her re-election came as no surprise. According to sources close to the city council, Sco invited Becky to join her mayoral cabinet, but Becky refused. Becky declined to comment on the election results, except to say that he plans to focus on his family and other business pursuits. Some in the community were baffled by his comments given the recent shuttering of Becky's business, the highly popular Tessa's Cafe, managed by his wife Tessa Becky. In a separate statement, Mrs. Becky announced she was ending her thriving business to focus on personal and spiritual matters. Okay, what's this?
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Dearest Tyler and Allison, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport, where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes you must follow without question the prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband. I have never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children, and I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your house to forgive me. You've taught me once again how love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other, always. In his steps, Tessa. Well, at least she said goodbye to them in a way. Oh, it's real empty in here now. Weird. This was Mom's room, right? Nothing to interact with in here. Choose. Yeah, take them. Another letter. Hey goblins, word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there is nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Oh, he's very sweet.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird. But at least
That's
it's the
sad.
last time we'll ever have to.
Is that your laptop? You don't want to leave that behind. Michael must be a relief to finally be done with that place. Tyler, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4. Haha, traffic in Delos, only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't lie. Don't die, I'll keep it warm, see you in a few. Grinning emoji. Yes, take. Obviously. We're gonna need the internet. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not ready to go outside. Go back in. We'll do the outside after we've done the inside. Otherwise I'll just lose track of where I've looked and what I've done. Delos Crossing most wanted escapes. It's funny. Okay, anything in the kitchen? Doesn't seem like it. So funny, I actually remember the layout of this house. Got like a map in my brain. Paper plane is still there.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
It's not in the worst condition. Could be much worse. For a house that was left for like 10 years.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon? For
Okay.
posterity.
Oh, I didn't even notice there was a window there. Was that covered by something before? Might have been. Right. Okay, I think that's everywhere inside. Two goblin emojis. So we'll go outside now and just see if there's anything out there. For some reason we can't use that door, we can only use the patio door. I don't think I'm going to find any more collectibles, but I do want to make sure I get all the little tidbits before we're finished. There might not even be anything out here. Don't know if it's gonna let us go to places.
Goblins out.
Let's go down here, I guess. Oh, I just realized it's not frozen anymore.
Yeah. Time to move on.
See, it's hard to know if there's, like, there might just be prompts or... We never did try to find the tree from the picture. Where that was left in the box.
Everything okay, Ty?
Oh,
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
I wasn't expecting that. That's a nice touch. The voice. She decided that she was gonna let them use it after all. Okay, we probably can't get in here then. Nope. I think we're done here, guys. Don't know if this is gonna be the end. Oh, I should probably close the door. Can I? Ah! My controller died! Oh god. Quick! Plug it in! There we go. Leave the house for good. Glad I have my charging cable beside me here. So is it just gonna fade to black now?
Well, this is goodbye for real.
We're gonna get a nice
Yes.
cutscene of Tyler driving to Juneau? I also wonder if, like, if these are real places in Alaska. Like, Juneau sounds like something I've heard before, but I'm not sure.
Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan.
Who's Aaron again?
I, thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes.
Oh, it was his counselor, right?
I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles.
Sure does.
This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back.
I wonder
if you
who
get a
bought the
chance.
house.
I'll see you around. And
It is a very, like, beautiful
Thank you.
location for a house to be. Even if it gets all the storms and stuff that we've learned about throughout the story. That's the end. Okay, Allison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. Okay, well, that's what most people did. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. Also what most people did. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Good. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility in the murder. Sam felt understood by Allison. Michael felt closer to Tyler. Oh. Very important. Especially in a game with a story like this. There's also a warning as well when you load into the game. For that kind of thing, so if anyone out there ends up watching this and is affected, please read the resources at your disposal to get help. But that brings us to the end of our Tell Me Why journey. I've really enjoyed it, even if it was kind of an emotional roller coaster. It was a bit of a wild one, but in a good way, you know. I really truly enjoyed it. It was a great story, beautiful game, like so well made and developed, and no bugs or anything like that I found. Obviously I missed some collectibles, which I'm pissed about because I like hate missing collectibles. And we got 20 out of 30 achievements, so that's pretty good as well for, you know, a story-based game, which I'm assuming some of those achievements can only be gotten if you pick a certain, you know, way. I don't really feel like I would play through it again and pick different things just to see what would happen. Pretty happy with the way that it went for me, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope you've enjoyed watching me play this game. I really enjoyed playing it. And I will see you back here for the next game. I don't know what it's going to be yet. And the Steam sale is currently on at the moment, so like there's so many, like almost I think every game that's on my wish list on Steam is on sale, so I'm debating whether to just go on a shopping spree and buy a whole bunch of new games, but we'll just have to see what happens. But that's it from me for now. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I might take tomorrow off and be back on Monday with more games. So I hope you'll join me then.